Myself, Dr. B. Assistant Professor of Botany, Dr.BRR Government College, Jayacharla. Today, we are going to learn about the family Orchidaceae. The family Orchidaceae belongs to the class Monopodial and series Microspermae. It is commonly known as Orchid family. This is the biggest family of angiosperms with 25,000 of species belonging to 800 genera. In India, we have around 900 species belongs to 300 genera. In United Andhra Pradesh, I have 70 species belongs to 33 genera. In Telangana, we may have around 30 species belongs to 10 genera. The type genus of this family is Orchidaceae. The largest genera in the family Orchidaceae are Bulbophyllum with 200 species, Epidendrum with 1500 species, Dendrobium 1400 and Pleurothallus 1000 species. The common the important plants of Orchidaceae: Bulbophyllum nilgirense, Cymbidium aloifolium, Cypripedium, Dendrobium, Geodorum, Habenaria roxburghi and Habenaria ramayana, Nerelia aragona, Archis maculatus, Papilopedalium, Hirsutissimum, Vanda tessellata and Vanilla fragrans. Coming to the habitat of the family, most of the orchids are epiphytes. For example, Vanda and Dendrobium. And some of them are mesophytes. For example, Habenaria. Some of them are saprophytes. Example, Neotia. And some of them are lithophytes. Example, Bulbophyllum and Malaxis. So the habit, except vanilla, all the orchids are herbs only. Here the root system is fibrous root system. In epiphytic plants, there are two types of roots are present, that is called as clinging roots and velamen roots. Clinging roots, they are helpful to fix the plant to the host, and velamen roots, they absorb the moisture from the environment. So there are some photosynthetic roots are observed in Tineiophyllum because it doesn't have leaves. There are some absorbing roots. For example, Untitled Altissimum. It have roots as a nest-like structure which absorbs the water, rainwater. And there is a mycorrhizal root present in Neotia. In some species like Archis, the roots are tuberous. In Vanilla, there are climbing roots are present. There is a great confusion between the epiphytic plants and then parasites. Here we can clearly observe the velamen roots here present on the host, whereas here in this picture there are no roots are present. So hence it's a parasite and it is a epiphyte. And these are the different habitats of the plants: epiphyte, lithophyte, mesophytes, and then saprophyte, and then climbing one. So you can observe here the single root at each node of the vanilla to climb this. This is Tiniophyllum, which is a leafless herb. Here these roots are in green in color, functions photosynthesis. The stem is erect or climbing but herbaceous in nature. Then the stem is usually aerial or underground. They usually have fleshy stems called pseudobulbs or combs, etc. Based on growth pattern of the stem, they are classified as monopodial branching or sympodial branching. Now you can see these are the stems, succulent stems. Here is the tuberous one. The leaf. Radical leaves present in a Habenaria, Habenaria roxburghi, and colline are very common. They are extrapolate, petiolate or sessile. Leaf sheaths are common in this family. All the leaves are simple, alternate, rarely opposite or horn. All the leaves are glabrous and they have parallel venation. In some species like Neotia, the leaves are modified as scales. In Tiniophyllum, leaves are absent. In Bulbophyllum, for each and every plant, only single leaf is present. In epiphytes, the leaves shows xerophytic nature or xerophytic characters. Here we can see the shape and the sizes of the leaves here. Now these are the different habitats of the orchids. You can see the branching nature here, branching nature. Another photographic or diagrammatic pictures of Orchidaceae. Now coming to the inflorescence. Inflorescence in general it is a raceme inflorescence, whereas in Oncidium it is a panicle. In some species like Archis it is a spike. In Pogonia it is a solitary flower. There is one interesting thing here. There is a genus called Renanthera. In this genus, the length of the inflorescence is around 13 feet. You can see here. This is the length of the inflorescence of Renanthera. Coming to the flower character, pedicellate or sessile, bracteate, bracteolate, zygomorphic, bisexual or unisexual, complete or incomplete, dichlamydious and heterochlamydious, trimerous, cyclic and epigynous. There is one important thing here, important character of the flower of Orchidaceae family, that is called resupination. Before development, the stalk of the flower which rotates 180 degrees. As a result, posterior parts change to anterior side and anterior parts change to posterior side. So now the labellum change to posterior side and convenient for the landing of the insect. You can see here this is the labellum. Now you can see very clearly the picture of the photograph of a typical flower of Orchidaceae. This is one sepal, another sepal, another sepal. Three sepals. Petal 1 and petal 2, this is petal 3 with a different structure, which is known as lip or labellum. Now, this is a wonderful example for the resupination. Perianth. The number of tepals are 6. They are in 3 plus 3 condition, free or fused. They are arranged in valvate or imbricate estuation. Always the outer tepals are small and looks like a sepals. The inner looks like a petals. The inner whorl, odd tepal differ in shape and size, which is known as lip or labellum. This labellum has various shapes in various species. For example, in Cattleya it is in funnel shape. In Cypripedium it is in slipper shape. In Coryzanthus it is in bucket shape. In Ophrys it is in spider shape. In Spathoglotis it is lobed. This labellum or lip bears a spur called calli, a hair-like structures, which possess the nectar glands to attract the pollinators. Now you can see the shape of the lip or labellum. This is lip and this is lip and this is lip, this is lip, like this. You can clearly observe the shape of the third odd petal or tepal is different in size and shape and color. Now these are other pictures of Orchidaceae showing labellum. So this flower has one more important character, that is bilateral symmetry, which means if you cut a flower of Orchidaceae, which the house will be, it looks like a mirror images. The two house will be mirror images. The male and female sex organs are fused to form compact structure called column or gynostemium. Now, the main character of this family is the presence of gynandrium and gynostemium. Here, the column is nothing but there are three parts it includes. One is stamen, the other one is style, the third one is stigma. This column always opposite to the labellum. Now coming to the androecium. In generally, the stamens are one or two. In some species, there are 3 to 5. Based on stamen number, the family Orchidaceae is divided into two subfamilies called Monandria and Diandria. Monandria means one fertile stamen. Diandria means two fertile stamen. You can see here, you can observe here, this entire part is column. This part is ovary and this is stigma and this part is anther. The tip of the anther is known as rostellum, which possesses the pollinia. You can see the floral parts here. Here, these are the pollens. Here, the pollens are in a group. This group of pollens are known as pollinia. In some species, the number of pollinia are 2. In some species, their number is 4, and in some species 6, and maximum 8 pollinia are present. Now gynoecium. Tricarpellary syncarpus unilocular gynoecium is present. Ovary inferior, parietal placentation and style divided into three lobes. Pollination is entomophily. There is another special character here, protandry. That means the male reproductive organs of the plant of the flower mature first. Is known as protandry. So the pollinium attached to the body of the insect. In some species like Ophrys, in flower there is no spur, no nectar. But the flowers looks like a queen bee. Then the male honeybees are attracted to the flower, and they think that it's a queen bee. Then they are unknowingly involved in pollination. Either the fruit is capsule or in vanilla it is berry. The seeds are non-endospermic, numerous, dust-like, very very small. You can see the seeds here. And these are the pollinia, 2 pollinia here, 4 pollinia here, and then 8 pollinia here. And this is the typical floral diagram of the flower of Orchidaceae. Important characters: mostly apes and epiphytics. Zygomorphic flowers, presence of labellum, rostellum, and pollinia, and also gynoestium. Tricarpellary syncarpus, unilocular ovary, is another important character of this family. The economic importance: the flowers are valuable in terms of ornamental purpose. There are so many hybrids present in this family. The root decoction of Vanda, which is used to cure body pains and scorpion stings. The latex of the Dendrobium ovatum, used as a laxative and worked as a laxative. The pseudobulbs of Eulophia, which improves the fertility capacity in human being. The tuberous root extract of Geodorum densiflorum, used as insect repellent. Food: the fruits of vanilla fragrans, which are used in ice creams, chocolates, and salads. And the tubers are Plantenthera, are edible. There are so many ornamental plants are there in this family. You can see now the beauty of the orchid flowers. Phylogeny: Benthamid hookahs. They kept this under Microspermae, that is first series of monocots. England plantal, they kept this under last order as Microspermae. Hutchinson kept this family in Orchidaceae. Now, these two guys are Benthamid hookahs. Now we are going to see some of the wonders of the orchids. You can see here this is bee. Here the labellum or lip also looks like a bee. Then you can observe the beak of the dove. You can see the labellum, sorry, rostellum position. It looks like the beak of the dove. And the lion orchid, also crane orchid, monkey orchids, bee orchids again, duck orchid, and then Paphiopedalium. You can see the beauty, bulbophyllum, and Lucia, which is very common in our Telangana, and another Lucia, which shows the flower, the shape of the flower shows the civilization of the area. Another Elophia nicobarica, this is Oberonia griffithiana, another species, Bulbophyllum macranthum, Plectoglossa, which is a new genus, Acampipalmosa, Cortinia, another orchids, Habenaria marginata from our own Nallamalais, Vanda tessellata again from Nallamalais, Lucia tristis again from Nallamalais, and in generally they are present in a deep forest like this. Kerala, again Karnataka, and then Tamil Nadu Nilgiri Hills, Palni Hills of Tamil Nadu, Sheshachalam Hills of Andhra Pradesh, and Visakhapatnam area, Galikonda Hills, and other evergreen patches, and also Andaman Nicobar Islands. Thank you very much.